York City, once inhabited by a race of humans, it's Late Night with David Letterman. Tonight, Tony Perkins, comedian Sandra Bernhard, and musician Eric Burdon. Also, a look at small-town news and Brush with Greatness. And now, a man who is known to the nomadic Berber tribesmen as White-Faced Devil with his own talk show, David Letterman.
Thank you very much, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to the show. We're just back from a lovely vacation, and here in New York City, of course, the big event, the event of the century, has finally come to a conclusion. And I'd just like to say a few words, speaking from my heart, if I may, to all of the people, all of the tourists, all of the friends of ours from all over the globe, all over the United States, all around the country. Get out of our town! We've had it! Get out of here! Get off our buses or subways or streets! Go look at your own statue! We're fed up! Sorry. I'm sorry. We can't go anywhere now! Feel much better. Thank you very much. Kind of doing Sam Kinison there, wasn't I, Paul?
Yes.
Yeah.
That new Nutty Young kind of comedy that the kids
it's fun.
are like.
It's fun to do that. Every
Is
day.
it nice?
Let's see, what else is going on? Oh, boy, they're busy cleaning up after the extravaganza, you know, putting things back in order, picking up the litter, identifying tourists by their dental records. So it's... And last night, ladies and gentlemen, I can't tell you, as an American citizen, I can't tell you when I've been more moved than I was last night watching this 3-hour wonderful television extravaganza on ABC from the New Jersey Meadowlands. And did you see this, Paul?
I didn't see it last night. I saw it on Thursday.
Well, that's...
I mean, I saw the opening ceremony.
Oh, you saw the opening. So
Yeah,
what
I
I saw, I guess, would be the closing.
Didn't see the close.
So between the two of us, we've pretty much bookended the celebration.
Yeah. We covered all of it.
And I think we all know how painful that can be. But you know, ladies and gentlemen, seriously, so there I was in my trailer watching television, and...
In the Winnebago?
Kind of a pathetic sight, isn't it? Anyway, and so they fill up the Meadowlands, giant stadium out there, and the big finale was, this was the finale, right, Kevin? The big coup d'etat, the denouement, whatever.
Yeah.
200 Elvis impersonators. And of course, they were paired with 200 jazzer-sized ladies. To me, that's a natural right there, because anybody who ever got a look at Elvis, I think, could tell that he was kind of a fitness buff. But, you know...
Oh, boy.
Go home! Now, this was kind of interesting. I think I'm moving to the Philippines, by the way. Well, all you have to do there, if you want to be the president of the Philippines, you check into a hotel, hold a little press conference, and announce that you're the new president. This guy... Tolentino did that. He and his boys checked into a hotel over the weekend and announced themselves as being the new Filipino government. And unfortunately, the revolt collapsed when the ice machine went on the blink. So they... And today, this guy, unbelievable, the gall of this guy, not only did he declare himself the new president of the Philippines, today he announced himself as being the new host of Wheel of Fortune. So I don't... Help there, a little help there, Anton. Ladies and gentlemen, he's young, he's personable, he's our good friend, Mr. Paul Schaefer. Paul?
Thank you. Thank you so very, very, very much. Thank you, David. Now, David, David, do I have,
Yes, Paul.
do I have time to mention this now? Because I'm
No, don't do it later.
We'll
What are you
do it
going
a
to
little
mention?
later. All right.
What are
I
you
know
gonna
you got a big show to do. I don't want to take up any more of your time. You're up in the audience. What the hell you got planned for us up
Just
there?
button that middle button, Paul. Just button that up.
Do this up?
Yeah, just button that up a
It's
little
the
bit.
summertime.
Oh, just button it up one
Don't you think
notch.
this is
These
attractive?
people, we have a lot of out-of-towners
The
here.
hair is like white down here, you know. All right.
We don't want to know that. Do we want to know that? No.
Okay.
We're going to do something here in the audience that we like to do because it's a lot of fun and because we don't have anything else prepared. It's called Brush with Greatness. Members of our studio audience tell us about experiences they've had with famous people sometime in their lives. Is Eric Warshaw here? Eric, stand up. Come on down and pick up the keys to your new Buick, Eric. Nice to see you, Eric. Where are you
Nice to
from?
see you, Dave. Chicago.
What do you do for a living in Chicago?
I'm in medical school there.
Where do you go to school there?
University of Illinois at Chicago.
University of Illinois at Chicago?
Chicago,
and
right.
what is the mascot of the... Are you the Fighting Illini?
Yeah, that's the
I see.
one.
What exactly is an Illini?
It's about the same thing as a Hoosier.
I see. Well. Pretty good, pretty good. What kind of medicine are you studying?
I don't know yet. I haven't decided yet.
Well, it's not important. 2 or 3 years.
We'll see.
Just set up an
Right,
office and see what kind of patients you get. Tell us about your brush with greatness, Eric.
I was in a health club, the East Bank Club in Chicago, and I went into the weight room. I was lifting weights, and Lou Ferrigno, the Incredible Hulk, was
that's
there.
right.
So I said, well, if he can do it, why can't I? So I went to bench press, and I had about 1/10 of the weight he had. I lifted it up, down, and then it was pinned on my chest, and I was stuck right there.
That's it. But now it's time for the writer's embellishment, isn't it, Eric?
I think so,
Okay,
Dave.
what happened next then, Eric?
Next, when Lou saw my predicament, he was quick to act. After making sure I was trapped by the barbell, he rifled through my pockets like an expert. Taking my wallet and car keys, then stripped off my shoes, socks, and brand new sweatpants. Only the sound of approaching footsteps saved me from an even grislier fate.
Oh, my goodness. Congratulations, Eric. Thank you very much. What do we have here, Bill? Oh, CBS T-shirt. Lovely CBS. Thank you very much. Have a nice summer, Eric. Good luck to you. Is there a, is it hot up here?
Yes.
Is there a Chuck Glasser with us this evening? A Mr. Chuck Glasser. Hi, Chuck. How are you? Nice to see you, sir. Where are you from, Chuck?
Stony Brook, New York.
Where? Stony Brook?
Stony Brook, New York.
Stony Brook, New York. Nice to have you here. What are you doing in the city today?
Just visiting.
What do you do for a living?
I'm a pilot, commercial
Oh,
pilot.
really? For an airlines?
Airline, yeah.
Well, what airline?
TWA.
Oh, really? You know, we took a trip to Miami with TWA.
I hope it worked out well.
Yeah, it was very nice. We had a good time.
You're
what,
back, good.
What kind of planes do you fly? Wait a minute. You mean some don't come back?
No. Ours always do.
Yeah. What kind of planes do you fly for?
1011s.
Oh, those are nice aircraft,
Yes,
aren't they?
very
Hey,
good.
let me ask you a question. Is that the most technological advanced aircraft in the sky today?
767 is.
767 is, okay. What's the difference?
It's easy to fly. There's more avionics on it. You just sit there and watch it fly.
And I guess you need a lot of training for that, don't you?
A lot, yes.
Okay, Eric, I'm sorry, it's Chuck, isn't it?
Chuck,
Chuck,
yes.
tell me about your brush with greatness. I imagine in your line of work you meet a lot of famous people.
One time I did.
Okay.
I was on a flight to Paris. Jane Fonda was on, and I was dying to go back and meet her. I thought I'd get a thrill out of it. She would, too.
And since you had,
I assumed. And I
and
kept...
since you had nothing else to do in the cockpit.
Those are the old planes. And she was sleeping. And I told the cabin attendants, when she wakes up, let me know, please. They never came up. She slept the whole way. I never did get to meet her, and that was that.
Yeah. But there's more to this
That
story,
was
isn't there?
Oh,
Okay.
geez, there is. Yes,
Okay, Chuck.
absolutely.
This man is a pilot, ladies and gentlemen.
But not everything was a loss. I remember a trick from my days at summer camp. And midway through the flight, I placed Jane's left hand in a pan of warm water.
Okay, that's enough. There we go. Let's, he's a pilot. This man is a pilot. Thank you very much, Bill. There you go. CBS T-shirt. Thanks, Chuck. Nice meeting you. Have a good summer. Okay. Is Renee Burger here. By the way, who ordered the Renee Burger? Oh, hi, Renee. How are you? Nice to see you. You probably hear that joke a lot, don't you?
Too often.
Yeah, I'm sorry to do that to you. Where are you from, Renee?
South Jersey.
What do you do for a living?
I waitress at South Jersey's finest restaurant, the Settlers Inn in Medford Lakes.
Oh, good. I hope you get a little something for that plug.
I'm trying.
And you're just in town today visiting? Mm-hmm. Shopping? Hanging around?
Just came to see your show.
Oh, thank you very much. It's unbelievably hot out there, isn't it?
It's terrible.
Yeah, it's nasty. Okay, Renee, tell us about your brush with greatness.
It was about 1970. I was in Las Vegas. My family lived there, and my uncle was working at Caesar's Palace.
Mm-hmm.
And
what did he do at Caesar's Palace?
he was a floor walker.
Floor walker? What does that mean, security?
I don't know. He just... I think he was taking care of the people in the pits like a supervisor.
Mm-hmm. Sounds like he might have been a pilot from this description.
Maybe he knows him.
Okay, so... Did you do that? What the hell is the matter with you? I'm sorry, Renee. And what happened now?
Frank Sinatra walked over to him.
Oh, yeah.
And he knew him, and his hand was bleeding. And he says, "Benny, look what they did to me." And my uncle looked at his hand, and they just took it away, and he left.
Wow.
But that's not all.
Oh, that's not all. Okay, well, I guess we're about to hear the rest of this story.
I walked back to the room Sinatra had come from. In the darkness, I saw Dean Martin, Joey Bishop, and Sammy Davis Jr., all giggling crazily. There was no mistaking the glint on their sharply filed teeth. It was fresh human blood.
A terrible story. Nice job, Renee. Here's your T-shirt. I hope you enjoy that. Thank you very much. Have a good summer. Nice meeting you. We're going to do a commercial. Are we done here? All right, we'll be right back, folks. Welcome back to the show, folks. Let me tell you who's here tonight. Tony Perkins is here, Sandra Bernhard, and Eric Burdon will be singing with the band. It's hot in here, isn't it? You honestly don't think... It's comfortable, then. Paul, do you think it's warm in here?
It's in here. Perfect
temperature.
temperature.
I could be running a fever.
Usually it's freezing.
Well, that's the way it ought to be.
You insist on keeping
I don't
the
insist on it.
temperature
That's just the way it ought to be. That's the way it should
Celsius.
be. No, it should be always a little chilly.
I know. Listen, I got to interrupt for a
No,
second.
don't do that.
I got it.
No, let's forget it.
No, I got it.
No, forget it. Let's don't do it.
Just have a minute?
No, it'll be embarrassing.
One
don't
minute.
No, don't do it.
Because of this magazine.
No, don't do that.
No. He's embarrassed. David doesn't like to blow his own horn, but this is People Magazine on the stands right now. Late night television smarty pants.
Okay, thank you very much. That's enough. That's enough.
Let me just,
thank you, Paul.
No, I know you don't like to spend a lot of time.
No, I asked you to do it, but I'm saying now let's cut it. Let's forget it now. That's enough.
Well, let me just read one quote.
Look at all the stuff I have to do here.
One quick quote from it that you say about what you think about our show and what its purpose is. We want to pierce that flat TV screen. And I think you do it every single night, David Letterman. You really do.
Yeah. Pierce this. Okay, now...
Let's see what we have.
Pierce... You know, I mean, Pierce Brosnan, the guy from...
Well, anyway, it was very nice of those folks to, in the middle of a slow summer, to put me on the cover. I appreciate it. We got all this stuff to do, don't we? Let's do this first. Did you have a nice vacation, Paul?
Yeah, I did. Very relaxed.
Went up and saw your folks in Thunder Bay?
I was up in Thunder Bay, Canada, by the lake. Yeah. How about you? What did you do?
I had a nice time. I was in Los Angeles. My sister and her husband came out and visited for a while.
That's nice.
Yeah.
Everywhere I went, everybody asked me the same question, and I've got to ask you because I didn't know. Everybody keeps looking at me day in, day out, every single person on the street. Where's Dave? Where's Dave?
That's where I was.
Where are you?
That's where I was. I was at home.
Oh, you were at home. Well, now I'll know what to say the next time.
Now we don't have time for anything.
Okay. Let's do a commercial.
Well, nice to see you again.
Thank
you. While we were on vacation, WOWT-TV in Omaha, Nebraska rejoined the NBC network. These fine folks started out as an NBC affiliate back in the 1950s, but for some reason or another, they went over to CBS. Gosh, why would a thing like that happen, I wonder, huh? Anyway, they're back now, and we're very happy about it. I'm here tonight with a special salute to WOWT-TV, our 200 Elvis impersonators. Folks.
Welcome back to all the fine folks at WOWT-TV from the King. And remember, keep taking care of business.
That it? That was it? Good. Yeah. Boy, that pierced the old screen, didn't it? Woo! Probably wounded some folks at home. You know, it took us an hour and a half to do that this afternoon in rehearsal. An hour and a half.
Worth every minute of it.
Television's a wonderful thing, isn't it? When you can pierce that flat screen and hurt yourself. Now what are we doing? Huh? Well, what are you reading? Stay with me tonight, please.
What's going on?
Man doing his taxes again. He has a little... And this thing went out again. It keeps flashing off. Either that or I have an aneurysm. Fix that. Sorry.
Get that check.
Is it going to be all right now?
I never saw it go out.
Yeah. Excuse me, Chuck, if this were an airplane, would you take off in it? Okay, here we go. Top 10 list? Yeah, sure. What do you care? Here we go. The category tonight, top 10 complaints about Liberty Weekend. Number 10, festivities preempted third-round coverage of the Hartford Open. Number 9, Madame Mitterrand stood on folding chair, ruined view for people behind her. Number 8, Elvis impersonator number 171 was just going through the motions. Number 7, insufficient coverage of the new Liberty Boy sidekick statue. Number 6, Liza Minnelli monopolized snack tray and VIP tent. Number 5, Bobby Rydell's cologne, too strong. Number 4, eyes of statues seem to follow you eerily, boring a hole into your very soul. Number 3, Shirley MacLaine. Number 2, new torch attracts bugs. And the number 1 complaint about Liberty Weekend, just not long enough. All right. Now.
Pierce that screen.
Now we'll get on with the real show. My first guest created one of the classic movie parts of all times, Norman Bates, the jumpy but lovable motel owner in Psycho. Norman is now at it again in a new film called Psycho 3. Please say hello to Anthony Perkins. Anthony. Did you have a nice weekend?
Yes, I did.
Did you attend any of the festivities for the celebration?
Yes, I went out on a boat and watched some fireworks with some friends.
Very impressive, wasn't it?
Yes, it was.
Yeah. How you doing?
Excellent.
Yeah. How's Norman Bates these days?
He's holding his own.
Yeah.
He's still trying.
Still trying. This is. I'm sorry.
No, excuse me. I think that's the thing that keeps him somewhat attractive to people as a whole. You know, he doesn't give up. He has a serious personality flaw. Mm-hmm. And I mean, it's true. It's true. But he tries to make the best of it. He tries to get together with people. He doesn't give up. He doesn't surrender to his own problems.
Yeah. To other people, perhaps it would be a handicap.
Yes, you could even say. Yeah.
But not to Norman.
No.
And how does he keep getting out of institutions to go back to run the motel?
Well, in Psycho 2, after spending 22 years of intense psychoanalysis and therapy, they let him out. I thought it was fair. It was time.
Yeah.
After Psycho 2, but before Psycho 3 starts, he's left with the problem of having the old dame that claimed she was his mother. Well, that was a mistake on her part, because she ended up with the shovel in the back of the head in that whole scene. And Psycho 3 starts just a scant months after Psycho 2 ends.
I see. So, now, do you find that these episodes hurt the business at the motel or not?
Well, the motel works on a very low overhead.
I see. Not a lot of convention business then.
No,
yeah.
although in Psycho 3 there is a party. There are some people come from out of state to attend a football reunion.
Oh, that's good. And then he goes nuts again and hurts some people?
Well, no. I mean, that would be simplifying the plot. One thing you have to have with a Psycho film as opposed to some of the horror films, which seem to have no plot, the Psycho films are always really quite well plotted, I think, and that's one of the reasons for making them, not only to assemble the ingredients from the Psycho films, but to also have something more to say.
Was there, now you directed this film, didn't you? Was there ever any thought to making it a different name besides Psycho 3? Which,
well, what would you call it?
Well, I don't know, Psycho 3 sounds a little like dog food, doesn't it? When you think about just a little, if you misheard it, you might think.
I mean, someone said Psycho 86, Psycho 87. It just doesn't sound right.
Was this the first film you directed?
Yes.
All right, was that fun?
It was fun.
All right, we're going to talk about that in a second. We have to do here I'm sorry. We have to do a commercial. We'll be right back with Anthony Perkins, folks. So, how did you do directing the film?
Well, that would be for you to judge and for the people who see the film.
Were you pleased with the final result?
Well, I wanted to have some say in what happened to Norman, what happened to the people at the Bates Motel. It's a tender subject with me. No, seriously, I didn't want to hand over the controls and the reins to someone who wouldn't care as much, or wouldn't have as much passion for it as I thought I would, and that I seemed to be able to have for the entire year and a half that it took me to make this thing. But, you know, it's hard to get directors to direct sequels, and it's even harder. You get an even smaller list when it comes to sequels of sequels. So you may be taking a chance for someone who is just accepting it as an assignment.
Now, how do you know how to direct a film if you've not done it before? Just from being in them? Do you know that way?
Well, you don't learn much from that. Actors don't learn a lot about directing films. Orson Welles said you dream. You dream the sequence. You will yourself to dream the sequence that you're shooting the next day.
Did that work for you?
Yes, it did work.
Yeah. Did you have any kind of a manual, a pamphlet, any kind of...
I tried reading some pamphlets.
Really?
They made no sense to me at all.
Yeah.
So I decided there was no sense in trying to learn from scratch what I would never know. Technically, I would go with my affinity for the material and, as I say, my love and affection for the Psycho stories, and for, you know, they're tragedies. They're modern-day tragedies, and so you really have to approach them with a certain amount of reverence.
Well, yeah, I mean, it's obvious that they're tragedies. The guy's loopy and he stabs people.
Yes, it's true. It's true, but you could also say they're just Cuisinart films.
But there's more to them than that, is what you're saying.
I believe so.
All right. We're going to take a look at a clip here of Psycho 3.
Yes, this
for
first
the older dog. No, it's for the...
The first shot in this sequence, incidentally, which is shown here, is one of the shots that I dreamt.
Oh, okay, so this is one that occurred to you, and now we're going to see it on...
First angle.
Yeah, occurred to you in a dream, and we're going to take a look at it here. A scene from Psycho 3 with Anthony Perkins.
I'm sorry to put you through this, Norman. All seems a little unnecessary now.
That's okay.
Now, well, still no reason to get so riled up and go running off like that. Well, we'll leave you alone now. Again, I'm sorry.
It's not good enough, Sheriff. You just can't let it lie.
I'm letting it lie, and so are you understand? Until I have evidence to the contrary, that young lady and Mr. Spool are both missing persons cases.
Aren't you going to take him in for questioning or anything? Why don't you drag the swamp? That's where he dumped the last bodies.
Don't tell me my job, Miss Venable.
Well, somebody has to. You're not going to let him go.
Despite all your glib insinuations, I don't have one iota of proof that he's done anything.
He hasn't. Norman was with me until 6 o'clock this morning. So whatever happened to that girl last night, Sheriff, Norman had absolutely nothing to do with it.
Now, did in fact, can you tell us if Norman did in fact do away with that guy?
Guy?
Well, whatever was in there.
Well, no, seriously, if tracking the two previous pictures, Norman would have no interest in killing Guy.
Oh, it's obviously a woman, yeah. Right. She referred to her as a female. But how did that happen?
Well, when when a girl gets too friendly with Norman, Mother doesn't like it.
All right. She needs to be taught a lesson then, I'm guessing.
Yeah.
But what was the method of her undoing?
Well, Mother is attracted to cutlery.
Oh, my. And do you think this movie is going to be a big hit?
It's got to be.
Yeah. Well, geez, I hope it is for you.
You know, Steve Sondheim sent me a telegram on the first day of shooting. He says, relax. You have nothing to risk except your entire career.
Yeah, there you go. Nothing to it.
And, yes, it encouraged me.
Nice to see you again, Tony.
Thank you.
Have a good summer. Good luck with the film. We'll be back, folks, right after station identification. Thank you very much, Paul. Welcome back to the show. On tomorrow's program, Alice Beasley will be here from Moonlighting, and Herb Dr. Catfish Gray will be here. Herb Dr. Catfish Gray will be here tomorrow, Paul.
Herb
Doctor Catfish Gray.
Not Herb Doctor.
No, it's no. All right, let me check. Is this Herb Doctor will be with us tomorrow?
Yes. So it's not.
No, I'm sorry. It's not the Herb Doctor. We have Herb Doctor and Catfish Gray here tomorrow. The famous team. Yeah.
It's not the catfish doctor, Herb Gray.
Well, let me see. Is Herb a catfish doctor? See, some kind of a confusion here. Anyway, he'll be here, and also comedian Jerry Seinfeld. They're all driving in from Omaha. Sandra Bernhard is with us tonight, and also Eric Burdon right here, ladies and gentlemen. Clutched in my left hand, I have a parcel, a grouping, a wad of small-town news. Paul, do we have any small-town news music?
Small-town news? Yes, I do. Here we go.
And hurry up.
My little town blue. Small.
You should have shown that to David Wolper. He might have had room for that.
I know.
Okay, actual items found in actual publications from actual cities around the country. The Daily Bee here in Sandpoint, Idaho, sheriff's column. Robert Broderick, 24, was arrested by a citizen on charges of causing malicious damage to property. Deputies allege that they found Broderick at 11:15 a.m. in front of his house with a toothbrush in his mouth, waving a whip around after he allegedly threw rocks and broke the window of a passing motorist's vehicle. Sounds like Susan Anton's stage show. Just a warm-up, just a little warm-up joke there. Let's see. The Huron Daily Tribune, Bad Axe, Michigan. Boy, now there's a city to live in. Bad Axe, Michigan.
Bad Axe.
Probably really easygoing folks there in Bad Axe, aren't they? Bad Axe. Person with surgical training prefers some job experience. Part-time position with on-call duties available. Apply at Harbor Beach Hospital, Harbor Beach, Michigan. What do you do for a living? Well, you know, I do some yard work. I sell my Amway products, and I have a part-time gig down at the hospital as a surgeon. Bad Axe. You've got to be pretty tough to live in Bad Axe, Michigan.
Well, you know who would probably live in Bad Axe?
Who would live in Bad Axe?
A lot of Bad Axe Mother Fletchers.
Yeah. All right. Okay. Here we have a little something from the San Luis Obispo Telegram Tribune. 3 county poets will share their writings in a meeting of Corners of the Mouth. Sarah Backer, author of explicit poems about sex, one of which is titled When I First Saw My Cervix. We'll read her wish. Let me know so I can adjust the chair. All right, now. This comes to us from Falmouth, Massachusetts Enterprise. Ad for Ocean State job lot, gypsy moth tape. Wind it around tree and hope for the best. Probably not the place to buy your contraceptives. Now. What is she doing over there? What is she? She just walked through. I know who she is. What are you doing? No, that's all right. Go ahead. These people is like browsing at Bloomingdale's in here. That's all right. Bridget, do you have to leave now? Go ahead, you can leave. That's all right. There she goes.
She had to.
You're going to have to put somebody on the door in here. The Corralville Weekly Courier, Corralville, Iowa, found set of false teeth uppers in the Solon sewage system. Owner can claim by proving good fit. Call Solon City Hall. Why, it's kind of a Cinderella thing. How much are we doing? 30. Well, I'll just do this last one and we'll get on with it, okay? South District Journal, Seattle, Washington. A young Mount Baker district man who reportedly sleeps with his money in his underwear claimed that his older brother managed to cut through the crotch area of the sweatpants he was wearing and remove $1,300 in cash. All without waking up the victim. Excuse me, is that your life savings, or are you just glad to see me? Well, we'll be right back with Sandra Bernhard, folks. Come on back. Much. It's Elise Beasley. Is that correct? Not Alice Beasley, right? That's what our friend Bridget was in here telling us. Elise, okay. Aside from being an actress and a comedian, my next guest is now claiming to be a fashion expert, and she'll be appearing in the August issue of Elle Magazine. It's always a pleasure to welcome back to this program, Sandra Bernhard.
Slave to the rhythm.
Okay, just have a seat.
Grace, you're so feminine and soft.
How you doing?
Grace Jones, lift me above your head again, Grace. Why does Grace always stand like this on all her album covers? Half naked, with her very tight ebony booty. That's what I want to know, Grace.
You have really put on some weight.
Haven't I? About 30 pounds since I last saw
God,
you.
you're a rail.
I'm amazingly thin.
Yeah.
Amazingly
Is that
svelte and strong.
Is that the weight you're comfortable with?
That's my fighting weight.
How tall are you?
5'10". How tall are you?
6'2".
How much do you weigh?
175. I have the strength
Really?
of 10 men. Thank you.
Well, we know that, Dave. God knows. Did you get your teeth capped since
No, I haven't had them capped. These look capped to you?
To me, yes, they do.
No, you have nice looking teeth.
You think I'm thinking of getting braces.
Are you really?
Look at that.
No, don't get braces.
What do you think?
No.
Can I get braces?
No, don't get braces because...
I'm taking a poll. It's up to you tonight. Should I get braces? Do it. I almost flipped into braces.
Now, why would you want to have braces?
Because I want to be like, a leading lady. I want to be like Kelly McGillis or,
Yeah, but these teeth...
These teeth make me a fortune. What am I complaining about? I'm beautiful the way
how
I
do
am.
Exactly how do they make you a
love
fortune?
me just the way I am, Dave. Somebody's got to go out there and be themselves, because I know you do it for the guys, and I want to do it for the gals.
All right, fine.
It's kind of a unisex thing with you and me,
So you're going to
The unusual and the odd cling to us. They depend on us to be individuals. And then we come to each other.
Yeah, that's right.
We come to... Notice that you have some of the shaggiest eyebrows in the business, David. When are you going to trim those up?
Oh, I'm sorry.
Come on, we'll pair.
Should they be trimmed?
Shears next to them. Some garden shears might do the trick. Sharpen them up real good.
Yeah.
You look cute, though. You've been out in the sun, haven't you?
Yeah.
I'm looking awfully good. How was 4th for you? I had a great time. I avoided New York, and I know you did.
I had business in California.
Oh, business. Ha! Laying your lazy butt on the beach.
No, I had family visiting, and we had a very nice
did
time.
You?
Yeah.
With the kids out? The
now,
gang was
what did
out?
you do for the 4th?
I was up on the coast. It's the alternative city, Seattle. Partying with all the greats. Partying with Heart, with Ann and Nancy Wilson, my new old best friend.
Do you have...
You know what kills me about celebrities? Have you noticed this? That the minute you meet them, they invite you to spend the night at their house.
That's right. They're very
I said,
outgoing.
What makes them think that I wouldn't, sneak in the middle of the night and murder them brutally.
Yeah,
I mean, you know, just I'm a celebrity, you can trust me.
Yeah.
Would you have me spend the night?
No.
I know, you never have.
No.
It's like,
Oh,
over and
stop,
go.
stop.
And what about, tell me, what about the new sodomy laws? That puts an end to our whole thing, Dave.
Oh,
I'll tell you
Sandra.
something. Our relationship
Sandra.
is over.
Oh, my.
I feel like hell about it. Give me some Tabasco in that Bloody Mary.
Yeah. So what else have you been doing?
Yeah.
What else is new? You've been...
What else could be new and knee? Woo! You slip with those words. Yeah. What are we? Where? Hello?
Yeah.
How are you doing?
What have you prepared to talk about tonight?
Obviously not a damn thing.
Okay. Well, thank you so much for
Boring as
dropping
always.
by. Eric Burdon, ladies and gentlemen.
We're gonna do something together. You know what? I've been exercising a lot, and I know you have.
Yeah, you've been exercising a lot, huh?
You know, because the other day
Have
I
you,
looked in the
in your
mirror.
life, have you ever broken a sweat? You?
Me?
Yeah.
I'm breaking one right now.
Yeah.
Let me tell you, it's
All right.
funky. Since I was on with Raquel Welch.
Uh-huh.
You remember that last time?
Yeah, I do.
I went home, I looked in the mirror, and I looked at my big, lazy, fat, Jewish, and I said, you better get it together, honey. Because you're looking at one big, fat booty. No panty line tonight, ladies and gentlemen. Not tonight. Can you believe that? You would never know. Oh, it's so smooth. Like a Barbie doll.
And,
You know,
the hell?
bring those trim tracks
What
out
the
here.
hell is
I
the
want to get
point?
you on a trim track. You know the trim tracks? Come on. Come out here with me. Come here.
Let me just...
You've seen them. Come on. Get on the trim track with me. This is how I've been working out. I build up a sweat. 3.5 minutes. Come on. Dave? Don't make me come over there and hurt you. Come here, pretend you're Sean Penn and slap me around. Get on this. It is the exercise you get on this trim track. Watch
Oh, this
it.
is stupid. This is...
I'm exhausted. Building up a sweat.
All right.
All right, here's some music.
No, wait a minute, hold it. No,
How about
Paul,
the baby
no,
elephant
not yet,
walk?
no, not yet. I'll tell you what, we'll go down the hill once, then back to the lodge for some cocoa.
All right.
And that's it.
Woo! Look at her sweat, ladies and gentlemen. Look at those arms pump up. Ooh.
Excuse me, did someone
She's
sanction this? Did someone know about this beforehand?
Yeah.
Go ahead.
Let's go.
No, I'm not going to do anything.
Don't.
No, I'll just be over here. Once again, they're chanting, Dave, Dave.
I'm finally the sex kitten I always wanted
Well,
to be.
Sandra, as always.
You won't believe what David Letterman just did to me.
No. We'll be right back. Our next guest is, can you believe that, Kevin? My next guest is the man responsible for such rock and roll classics as The House of the Rising Sun, San Francisco Nights, Don't Bring Me Down, Spill the Wine, and loads of others. He was the founder of The Animals and is back now touring North America this summer. Please welcome Eric Burdon. Eric.
Like I'm nothing, baby, in your eyes. You make me feel like giving up. My sacrifices I'm willing to make, baby. I want to give to you as well as they. One thing I need is a little respect, yeah. One thing I can't stand is all this neglect. More than anything, I need your love. All I need is a rise above. Oh, oh no, don't break me down. No, 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 no. Oh, oh no, don't bring me down. Ooh, ooh. Don't do it to me, girl. Please, I'm begging you. Lord, I need your love so bad, so give it up, 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 don't bring me down. Oh no. Oh, oh no, don't bring me down. Baby, 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 baby. Don't hurt me, don't hurt me, child. Don't bring me down. All I really want to do is give my love to you. Oh, oh no, don't bring me down.
Nice job, Eric. Nice job here. We'll do a commercial. Be right back with Eric Burdon. Come on over. Yeah. Well, your music still sounds terrific. Very exciting to have you here. Tell me about the House of the Rising Sun. What was that about?
Well, it's originally an ancient English folk song that went across the Atlantic and ended up in New Orleans.
But what was the topic matter? What did it mean?
What do you call them? Bodie houses, yeah?
Like a, whorehouse.
Yeah, a dream state.
Yeah. So you're still on the road. How many years you been on the road?
20 years.
Is that right?
Yeah.
Well, that's a long haul.
Still on it?
Yeah. You enjoying it still?
Sometimes.
Yeah. Well, I know what you mean there. Anyway, nice to see you, Eric. Thank you very much. Tomorrow, folks, on this program, Elise Beasley will be here. Herb Doctor and Catfish Gray will also be joining us. And comedian Jerry Seinfeld. My thanks to everybody who was here tonight. Have a nice night. Thanks again. Bye-bye.